Inspire Nursing.
S. One-step solution for all medical studies.
Hello friends, good morning. This is Pawan Bhaskar. In this video presentation, we will going to see what is history of microbiology and what are the main scientists which are comes under microbiology. Okay friends, first thing I want to tell the first main scientist, they are Antony van Leeuwenhoek, Robert Koch, Louis Pasteur, Edward Jenner and Joseph Lister. Okay friends, we will going to discuss one by one. The first microbiologist and most Antony van Leeuwenhoek, he born at Netherlands and 1632. Okay friends, he discovered a simple microscope seems to be a milestone in his field of research. See this picture, he is Antony van Leeuwenhoek and he discovered simple microscope in its early days. Okay friends, continue. He is a father of bacteriology and protozoology. Okay, why this father of bacteriology and protozoology? In the year of 1676, he observed and described microorganisms such as bacteria and protozoa. And Leeuwenhoek microscope could magnify objects about 200 to 300 times. Leeuwenhoek observed a variety of things including rainwater, pond water, blood scrapings from his own teeth using his own microscope. Okay friends, I want to tell another scientist, that is Robert Koch. He is a physician, belongs to Germany. His area interest is develop simple staining technique because to stain the bacteria for easy visualization and as well as identification. Okay friends, he demonstrated that algal substance agar could solidify the culture media during his media preparation, and he did various experiments in the field of microbiology to have idea about microbes is a association with disease. It means microbes is cause disease. Okay friends, intrinsically with this endless effort towards the research, the result came to light and correctable evidence that is known as Koch postulates. Okay friends, what are the Koch postulates? See this picture. And okay friends, the Koch postulate, first, the microorganism must be found in abundance in all organisms who are suffering from disease but should not be found in healthy organisms. And second postulate, the microorganism must be isolated from a diseased organism and grown in pure culture. And third, the culture microorganism should cause disease when introduced into a healthy organism, and the microorganism must be re-isolated from the inoculated diseased experimental host and identified as being identical to original specific causative agent. Okay friends, see this example. I try to explain this example. Here the diseased animal and healthy animal, and we observe a simple microscope. Okay, here the diseased animal have susceptible pathogen and red blood cells, but healthy animal have only red blood cells. And then do the culture this like this, and healthy organism no pathogens are present, and again inoculated to a animal, then and see under microscope look like this, and then do culture and look like this. Okay friends, Moreover, a concept that the microorganisms are capable for causing a disease had been put forward by the coach in his regard to his experiment in the year of 1880. Okay, in this experiment, he selected a patient who are suffering from cholera, and sample was drawn to be processed. And he got an Nobel Prize in the year of 1995 for isolating bacteria like Bacillus anthrax, Mycobacterium, and Vibrio cholera, and he had found etiological agent of typhoid, diphtheria, tetanus. Okay friends, next video we discuss remaining 3 scientists. Okay, thank you.